The ICU smelled like disinfectant and heartbreak. Ryan stood behind the glass, staring at the woman he once promised forever to now fighting for her life. Tubes ran across her pale skin. The steady beep of the heart monitor was the only proof she was still here. Beside her lay a little girl, barely 4, holding her mother's hand and whispering, "Mommy, wake up." Ryan couldn't move. Her eyes, those gray eyes, looked just like his. 4 years ago, he had walked away from Anna, believing she cheated. His brother had shown him messages, photos, all lies he never questioned. Now, standing outside that ICU room, he held a DNA report with trembling hands. Paternity match, 99.9%. His chest tightened, breath-catching. The truth hit him like a blade. The betrayal was never hers. It was his. It had been raining that night in Boston, the kind of rain that felt heavy with judgment. Ryan sat in his car, hands gripping the steering wheel, the wipers fighting the storm as hard as he fought his thoughts. On his phone, the message glowed like poison. "Anna, I'll meet you at the clinic." He said the baby's heartbeat sounds strong. But his brother, Ethan, had twisted that text into something darker. "Ethan, clinic, she's been sneaking around. Man, you're blind if you don't see it." "Ryan, she's pregnant." Ethan shrugging. "Yeah, pregnant. Question is, by who?" Ryan had loved Anna since college. She was his calm, his center, the girl who believed in morning coffee, messy dreams, and second chances. But Ethan's words cracked something inside him. By the time Anna walked into their apartment, drenched from the rain, Ryan was a storm himself. "Anna, you're home early." Ryan coldly. "Who's he?" Anna confused. "Ryan, the man from the clinic. The one you've been meeting behind my back." She froze, the color draining from her face. "Anna, Ryan. That's Dr. Cooper. My OBGYN. He's helping me with Ryan cutting her off." Don't lie to me." The silence stretched. The rain pounded harder. "Anna, I would never cheat on you. This baby, Ryan. Stop." He slammed his fist on the table, voice shaking. "You made me a fool, Anna." Tears welled in her eyes. "Anna, you think this child isn't yours." "Ryan, I don't know what to think anymore." For a long moment, she didn't move. Then she whispered, almost to herself, "If you don't trust me now, you never will." She placed his hand gently on her stomach, their child's heartbeat fluttering beneath her skin. "This is yours, Ryan, and one day, you'll hate yourself for not believing it." But his pride was louder than her truth. He walked out. She didn't stop him this time. 4 years later, the sound of the ER doors slamming open snapped him back to the present. Ryan rushed through, his heart hammering. His assistant had called him mid-meeting. "There's been an accident. A woman named Anna Hale. The hospital listed you as her emergency contact." He hadn't heard that name in 4 years. Still, he ran now, standing outside the ICU. He could barely breathe. Anna lay motionless under white sheets, machines breathing for her. The nurse approached quietly. "Nurse, are you family?" Ryan hoarse. "I was." Her gaze softened. "Nurse, her daughter's in there with her." She wouldn't let go of her mom's hand. He turned toward the window and froze. A little girl sat beside Anna's bed, head resting against her arm. She looked up, and his world stopped. Those gray eyes, his mother's eyes, and that small dimple on her right cheek, just like his. Ryan whispering, "No, no way." The nurse smiled faintly. "Nurse." She said her name's Lily. Lily. The same name Anna once said she'd give their daughter. Ryan stepped back, throat burning. He couldn't think, couldn't breathe. The DNA test. He waited until the nurse left, then approached the doctor. "Ryan, I need to know something. The child Lily, can I take a DNA test?" The doctor frowned. "Doctor, are you saying you're her father?" Ryan quietly, "I'm saying, I need to know if I ever was." He signed the forms, gave his sample, and waited in the sterile hallway. Each tick of the clock cut deeper than any blade. He remembered every fight. Every night he spent convincing himself she had lied. He remembered Ethan's smirk when he said, "You did the right thing walking away." For the first time, Ryan wondered if his brother had done more than just warn him. Hours later, the doctor returned, holding an envelope. Ryan's hands trembled as he tore it open. He read it once, then again. Paternity probability, 99.9% match. He felt the floor slip beneath him. His legs gave way. Ryan whispering, "Oh my God." She told the truth. He looked through the ICU glass, at the woman he'd broken, and the child he never knew. Tears fell freely as he pressed his forehead against the glass. Ryan softly, "Anna, I'm so sorry. I let pride destroy us." He pushed open the door and walked to her side. Her hand was cold, fragile. He held it tightly. "Ryan, if you can hear me, I know now. Lily's mine. You were right. You always were." A tear slipped down Anna's cheek. Her fingers twitched, faint, almost imperceptible. Ryan gasped. "Ryan, Anna, Anna, can you hear me?" For the first time in 4 years, her lips moved, barely a whisper. "Anna, you finally came back." The heart monitor beeped steadily, soft, rhythmic, fragile. Ryan sat by Anna's bedside, holding her hand as if letting go might break her again. The ICU lights cast a cold glow over her face, but she was breathing. She was alive. He hadn't prayed in years, but tonight he whispered broken words only heaven could understand. "Please God, don't take her. Not before I can make this right." Lily stirred in the corner chair, her small fingers clutching the stuffed bunny Ryan had bought from the hospital gift shop an hour ago. She didn't know who he was yet, but when he'd handed her the toy, she'd smiled faintly, and that alone nearly shattered him. The nurse came in softly. "Nurse, she's stable for now. The doctor says she might regain full consciousness by morning." Ryan quietly, "Thank you." The nurse glanced at the sleeping child. "Nurse, she's been strong for her mom. That little one didn't leave her side for hours." When the nurse left, Ryan looked at Anna again. Her hair was shorter than he remembered, her frame thinner, but she was still Anna, the woman who'd once danced barefoot in their kitchen, the one who'd painted dreams across his dull apartment walls, and he'd walked away from her. Flashback. The brother's light. 2 days after he'd left Anna, Ethan had come to see him. Ryan remembered the conversation like a haunting recording. "Ethan, you did the right thing, man. You don't need someone like her. She was just using you." "Ryan, she didn't even fight for me." "Maybe you're right, Ethan. Trust me. I know girls like her." But what Ryan hadn't known was that Ethan wanted Anna, not for love, but out of envy. Ryan had always been the better brother, the responsible one, the successful one. Ethan had been drowning in his shadow. Destroying Ryan's marriage had been his revenge. Ryan's jaw tightened as he remembered Ethan's smirk. Now, looking at Anna, unconscious but still graceful, the truth burned inside him. Ryan to himself. "You didn't just betray me, Ethan. You destroyed her too." Morning, light by morning. The light in the ICU shifted from gray to gold. Ryan had dozed off in the chair beside her bed, his fingers still wrapped around hers. A soft voice pulled him from his sleep. "Anna, you stayed." His eyes snapped open. She was awake, weak, pale, but awake. He stood instantly. Ryan choked. "You're okay. Thank God." "Anna," she flinched slightly, her hand trembling in his. "Anna, why are you here?" The words hit harder than he expected. He couldn't blame her. 4 years of silence couldn't be erased by one sleepless night. "Ryan, I got a call about the accident. They said I was your emergency contact." "Anna, you still were. I never changed it." Her voice cracked. He looked down, guilt burning his throat. "Ryan, I don't deserve that." Anna, faint smile. "You're right, you don't." Silence filled the room, heavy, sharp, honest. Then Lily stirred. She rubbed her eyes and looked up. "Lily, Mommy." Anna softly. "I'm right here, sweetheart." The little girl smiled, then turned toward Ryan. "Lily, you're the man who gave me Bunny." Ryan gentle. "Yeah, I'm Ryan." Anna watched, expression unreadable. Lily looked between them with childlike curiosity. "Lily, Mommy, do you know him?" Anna's voice was barely a whisper. "Anna, yeah, baby, I know him." Ryan swallowed hard. He wanted to tell the truth, to say "I'm your father," but it wasn't his moment. Not yet. Later that day, when the doctor cleared visitors, Ryan stepped out into the hallway. The nurse found him sitting on the floor, head in his hands. "Nurse, she's lucky to be alive." Ryan hoarse. "I was the one who left her to face everything alone. She was pregnant, and his voice cracked. The nurse placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Nurse, you can't change the past, but you can show up for what's left of it." Those words stayed with him. That afternoon, he went to the hospital chapel, a quiet room lined with stained glass. He sat alone, hands clasped, staring at the cross. Ryan whispering. "She told me the truth, and I didn't listen. I took her love and buried it under my pride. I just want a chance to fix it. Please." When he walked back to the ICU, Anna was sitting up slightly, Lily beside her drawing on the bed tray. Anna looked exhausted, but there was light in her eyes again. Ryan softly. "You shouldn't be sitting up yet. Anna, don't tell me what I should or shouldn't do. You lost that right years ago." He nodded, taking it quietly. "Ryan, you're right, but but I also found out something last night. She froze. Anna, what do you mean? He took a step closer, voice trembling. Ryan, the DNA test. Lily, she's mine. Anna stared at him, her eyes filling with tears, not shock, but pain. Anna, you did a test. You still didn't trust me, even after all this. Her voice broke on the last word. Anna, you could have just asked me. Ryan, after everything, you still thought I was a liar. He shook his head, eyes wet. Ryan, no, Anna. I wasn't trying to prove you wrong. I needed to prove myself wrong. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Only the faint hum of hospital machines filled the space. Finally, Anna looked at Lily, then back at him. Anna, she doesn't know. I never told her who you were. Ryan, I want to tell her. When you're ready. Anna's expression softened just a little. Anna, one step at a time. That night when visiting hours ended, Ryan didn't leave. He sat outside the ICU doors, staring through the window as Lily climbed into Anna's bed and curled against her mother's side. It was the picture he'd once dreamed of, a family. Warm and whole. Only now, it was fractured by 4 years of silence and 1,000 unspoken apologies. As the lights dimmed, Ryan whispered through the glass, I'll earn back what I broke, even if it takes the rest of my life. Inside, Anna stirred. Her eyes fluttered open just long enough to see him sitting there, and for the first time in years, she didn't look away. The morning sun poured gently through the ICU window, scattering gold across white sheets. Anna was sitting up now, weak but recovering. Lily sat on her lap, humming softly as she braided her doll's hair. Ryan watched from the doorway, hesitant. He had spent the night in the hallway, unable to leave. Every time he closed his eyes, memories flooded in her laughter, her tears, the moment he walked away. When Anna finally looked up and saw him, there was no hatred in her eyes, just exhaustion, and a quiet, guarded strength. Anna, you can come in. I'm not going to bite. Ryan softly smiling. Wouldn't blame you if you did. He stepped inside, keeping a respectful distance. Lily looked up curiously. Lily, you're back. Ryan, yeah, I thought Bunny might miss you. He held up the stuffed bunny she'd forgotten last night. The little girl's face lit up. Lily, thank you. Anna watched the exchange, her heart aching at the sight. Ryan had always been good with children. Gentle, patient, warm. It hurt to realize how naturally Lily gravitated toward him. Like her heart already knew what her mind didn't. The talk after Lily drifted off to sleep beside her mother. Ryan finally spoke. Ryan, I don't know where to start. Anna tired. Start anywhere. You already took the hardest step by coming back. He exhaled deeply. Ryan, when I left you, I thought I was doing the right thing. Ethan told me you were cheating. He showed me texts, even a photo, you hugging your doctor outside the clinic. Anna closed her eyes, pain washing over her face. Anna, that was after an appointment. I was dizzy and almost fainted. He helped me to the car. That's what Ethan saw. Ryan bit her laugh. He didn't just see it, he made sure I did. Anna's eyes widened. Anna, you mean Ryan? He set it up. He wanted to ruin us. Anna, I didn't see it then. I was too angry, too proud. His voice broke. Ryan, and because of that, I missed everything. Her first steps, her first words, all the nights you cried alone. You deserved better than me. Anna wiped away a tear. Anna, you're right. I did, but I also know what it's like to be broken by the person you trust most. She looked at him, really looked at him, and for the first time, she didn't see the man who left. She saw the man who'd come back to make it right. Anna, so what now, Ryan? You've said sorry. You know the truth. What do you want from me? He swallowed hard. Ryan, a chance. To be her father. To earn back what I destroyed. I don't expect forgiveness. I just want to show up this time. Her lips trembled. Anna, and what about Ethan? Ryan's jaw clenched. Ryan, he doesn't get to take anything from me again. Later that week, Anna was discharged 3 days later. She could walk slowly now, her hands sometimes trembling from weakness. But her spirit was stronger. Ryan drove them home, not to his old apartment, but to hers. Every turn of the wheel felt like an unspoken promise. Lily sat in the back seat, humming along to the radio. Lily, Mommy, can Ryan come inside? I want to show him my drawings. Anna smiling faintly. Maybe for a few minutes. Sweetheart. Inside, the small apartment was warm and cozy. Walls decorated with Lily's art, crayon drawings of a son, a house, and a family of 3, a woman, a child, and a blank space where a man should be. Ryan stopped when he saw it. Ryan softly. You drew me without even knowing it. Huh? Lily grinning. Maybe. Mommy says my dad's far away, but I think he loves us. Anna froze. Ryan knelt down, looking Lily in the eyes. Ryan, your mom's right. He does love you, more than you'll ever know. Anna watched silently, tears welling. The confession that night. After Lily had gone to bed, Ryan stood by the window while Anna sipped tea on the couch. The silence between them wasn't tense anymore, it was fragile, healing. Ryan, I talked to Ethan. Anna surprised. What did he say? Ryan, he admitted it, said he couldn't stand seeing me happy. I told him I forgave him. Anna blinked, startled. Anna, you forgave him? Ryan, yeah. Because I can't fix us while carrying hate. I just want peace now, for Lily, for you, for me. A tear slid down her cheek. Anna, I don't know if I can ever trust you again. Ryan quietly, I know, but I'll spend every day proving you can. For a moment, she looked away, and when she looked back, there was something softer in her eyes. Not forgiveness yet, but hope. Anna, you can start by being here tomorrow. She has a school art show. Ryan, smiling. I'll be there, front row. The art show there next afternoon. The school gym buzzed with laughter and chatter. Lily stood on stage, holding her drawing proudly. A family of 3, hand in hand beneath a bright yellow sun. Lily into the mic. This is my family. My mom, me, and my dad. He came back. Ryan's eyes filled instantly. He looked over at Anna. She was crying too, but this time it was a different kind of tear. When the show ended, Lily ran into his arms, and Anna didn't stop her. Anna whispering, you kept your promise. Ryan smiling through tears. And I'll keep everyone after this. Epilogue. 1 year later, I park bathed in sunlight. Ryan pushes Lily on the swing while Anna sits nearby, sketchbook in hand. Their laughter fills the air, soft, ordinary, perfect. He pauses for a moment, watching them both, then turns to Anna. Ryan, you ever think about what would have happened if I'd believed you back then? Anna smiling. Maybe we needed to break to learn how to rebuild. He nods, eyes soft. Ryan narrating. Sometimes, the biggest betrayal isn't what someone does to you. It's what you do to love when you stop believing in it. But when truth returns, and love still remains, that's grace. The camera pans out, the family together, the sunlight turning golden. The screen fades to black with the words, he thought she betrayed him, until the DNA test in the ICU changed everything.